What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel, and today we're here for episode 31 of our Philadelphia Eagles Madden 22 franchise rebuild, and we're coming off the tails of, in my opinion, no clickbait. And I've had people reach out. C4, yeah, you're right. That was the best ending I've seen so far in Madden 22. If you missed it, or if you want a refresher, boom, let's play it. He goes and finds Dallas Goedert. 30 seconds, extra point pending. Okay, so I had to hop back into this video to get a thumbnail. Tom Brady right here. But you know, like when you rage quit a game, sometimes you load it back up. It's like, are you sure you want to continue? I loaded it up. We still had 3 timeouts. I had to nuke the audio because I just able to force the punt. So I figured, you know what, we'd throw this little bit of, excitement in the end of the video. Not to end it on a negative note with the rage. 9-yard field goal.
This that Philly devil pulling up and I don't need a rental. Quick pitch to the outside. It's a house call C4 special. Take a check and we run it up. Got QUEZ heading up the sideline when it's do or die. We run it up. Ain't trying to flex, but it's high time that the eagle fly.
Oh my God! So yeah, it was unreal. It's hit the doink on the game tying extra point. Very much worthy of a rage quit. Shut the Xbox off. Took a couple hours. Had to come in, get a thumbnail. And if any of you guys have ever stopped the game mid-game, when you boot Madden back up, it gives you a little prompt. Hey, you still got, 40 seconds left in this game. You want to finish it out? I was like, yeah, whatever. I can record this losing, and that'll be the intro to this episode originally. We end up getting the stop, using our timeouts, and like the perfect sync with the Gatsby Eagles franchise theme. Hit QUEZ Watkins down the sidelines, do or die, touchdown. I think it's the best ending I've had. I mean, obviously recency bias. Maybe there's something. When you've been on YouTube for almost 10 years, you might have missed something. I think in recent memory, that is the best ending we've had on. But there have been purists. There was like 2 people being like, "You quit, man. Should be a loss. You quit. You're ruining the integrity of sim football." And from that, I say first and foremost, thank you for watching my content. I appreciate it, even though our opinions may differ on the matter. Thank you very much for watching. Also, shut up, nerd. But I'm gonna make a slight adjustment here, because I do think that in some way, maybe there's slight validity to the fact that I shut this game off. And if Madden didn't have that feature, I would have just took the L. I was done with it, and I was just able to come back in and try again. And also, shout out to the webcam. I told you I'd get the webcam fixed. It's back. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a piece of paper here. This piece of paper right here. I'm gonna write down where the sliders are at right now. I think that it's bigger than Eagles franchise to find the best all Madden sliders. And I'm gonna load up the results here from that last playoff game. I think it is important to continue to hammer out these sliders, continue to get them where they need to be. But because of how everything kind of played out here, I think the fairest way to go into the NFC Championship game, and if we win that, going to the Super Bowl, for this year, I'm just going to go default all Madden. So there's no what ifs. It's just like, oh man, he played the game on the hardest difficulty, and he was able to win the Super Bowl. I feel like that's just how I want to close out this year. And then next season, because there's going to be year 3, we go right back to where the sliders are right now, the ones that we've been modifying, the ones that we've been adjusting, that are pretty damn close. We had to come back to win to beat the Bucks. Bucks had 40, but then anytime you still see 6 touchdowns in a game from a quarterback, you're like, maybe they're not still where they need to be, even if they're only close, 80, 85% where we need the sliders to be. 6 touchdowns. I think we've won 6, probably 6 or 7 of our last 10 games, somewhere in that range, right? I think we have maybe even less than that. Maybe we're 8-2 on our last 10 games or something like that. That's stuff that you can handle in the regular season when you have 17 games. But now that we're in the playoffs, I feel like, plus with maybe there's a small vocal demographic that are, you're ruining the integrity of thim football. Easiest way to knock it out of the park, we're going to go on the hardest difficulty. If we can take this team with this momentum that we gained and win the Super Bowl on all Madden, we earned it. If not, it's still only year 2. Maybe it's for the best of this series, the health of this series, not to win the Super Bowl this year if it wasn't destined to be. That's kind of where I'm at. That's what we're going to be doing. So, looking at our team here. I mean, from this game, epic game. I don't want anything. That's the last we're going to talk about because I don't want anything to take away from this game. This game was awesome. Like, I literally, like, I'm pretty authentic. I think for the most part, I'm pretty authentic. Sometimes you overreact a little bit. Like, oh, you know, I'll rage when maybe it's not that rage-inducing. But I would say what you get is like 97% authentic. Sometimes we'll hype it up. Sometimes, actually, and I would almost argue that the 3% of that 97 is almost more sarcastic reactions than it would be authentic. But, like, that reaction to throwing that QUEZ, like, just losing my mind, I was authentic. Like, thank God kids were asleep because I was waking the house. I was so hyped, so pumped that we hit that touchdown. That was such a good play. And in this game, I mean, there you go. Zach Wilson went toe-to-toe with Tom Brady, and we came out the other end of it. 6 freaking touchdowns. Kenny Gainwell led the running backs, 93 yards, 86 from Miles Sanders. Look at the rest of the Eagles, man. 3 catches, 129 yards, touchdown for QUEZ. 123, 1, 2, 3, and 3 for Devontae Smith. 49 yards, 2 touchdowns for Dallas Goedert. Just insane production. Defense wasn't our hottest game. Had a sack for Javon Hargrave. A big pick from David Amos. And we still had botches, right? Zach Wilson threw a pick 6 in that matchup. But I think to put a cap on that game, it's all about this year. We're going to finish it out on the hardest difficulty. I want that challenge. I feel good with where my squad's at. It's not like we're, you know, early days. Our team's not up to snuff. That's making the harder difficulty even harder. We just threw 6 touchdowns against the Bucs and 87 overall defense. I think we could take whatever we got for the remainder of this playoff run and we could give them our best shot. So let's kind of go through what we got here. We got a couple. Let me nuke the mic here. We got an injury. We'll start with the bad news first. We're not going to address that Jalen Hurts injury. It's Brandon Graham, broken thumb. He is out for 4 weeks, so he's done. That's awesome. Down on another pass rusher. Looks like we'll get Josh. Maybe we'll get Josh Sweat back next week, which we kind of need. Just, you know, continue to shuffle a little bit on that defensive line. We have upgrades from that hell of a game. Zach Wilson and Miles Sanders. 2 perfect upgrades. I think, again, for Zach Wilson, I got no problem with this. We're going to continue to dump in the points to strong arm. That's just, you know, the kind of quarterback who is stylistically. Even though it's not a scheme fit, that's how I want to utilize him. So that's what we're going to continue to do. And we got Miles Sanders with a confidence boost up to a 95 overall. Going up in difficulty, we're very much going to have to rely on him to really carry the load. You know, when in doubt, because, you know, you're gonna be a little bit more hesitant to pass the ball when you know that they're gonna be super linebackers and the corners are gonna run better routes than their wide receivers. So you just gotta be aware of that. So again, we're continuing this of Jason Kelsey's potential last hurrah. The team is trying to win it for him. So as long as we keep winning, it keeps being plus 10 boosts to morale to the squad. And we have our victory over the Bucs in the Blizzard. Where, let's see what we got. It's Kelsey again, playing his best football. I don't know about that, man. 2017. Let's not throw that under the wood. But everyone got 2,500 XP. We got 5 additional staff points. And now it is time for me to go write down all the sliders. But also, figure out who we're taking on in the NFC Championship game. Any predictions? Wow. Can I keep the sliders on? Can I keep the sliders on? I can't lose the doubt. No, you know what? Screw it. We're going to give it to him. We're going to give it to him. All right, quickly, I wrote them down, but just in case, I can always come back to this video. I'm going to put it in the video. Here's where the sliders are that we won't be rebooting until week 1 of year 3 of the Eagles franchise. So just quickly jotting these down. Just pause the video, C4. If you guys want to see where they're at, this is where they are at. I think they're very close, man. I think for me, for my player skill sliders, I think we could probably continue to slowly find the best spot for the 2 pass coverage. 70 and 70 could still be a little high. I feel like run blocking is another one. I feel good with the QB accuracy, the pass blocking, the catch. Like, we get sacked enough. We don't have a lot of bad drops, but there are drops. So I feel like the run game and our pass defense are the 2. And again, you can always tweak that because look, their pass defense and pass coverage is low. So I honestly think for this standpoint, you know, that's what we buff. We continue to buff the CPU, pass defense reaction time, the pass coverage, the tackling. But we're just going to leave it here because, again, took a last-second touchdown. If not, we were giving up 41 points to the Bucs. So I don't want to be too crazy. Plus, if we start this out fresh, week 1, we're going to have... I'm saying that we're very close. At minimum, like midway point of next year, we'll be at the spot where like we don't need to tinker with these anymore. We're where we want them to be, and we can bring them all C4 sliders or something like that, and just rip off all flat scopes because those were the base. But for this game, from here on out, we're gonna knock it down to default 50s across the board. So there you go. Everything is now 50. Now it's time to get ready for Dallas. All right, so we got a lot of housekeeping before we get into this Dallas game. So let's just start from the top, work our way down. First up, another blizzard. So that means we're most likely going to be dealing with another game that's very difficult to kick in. But you know what? We're undefeated in the blizzard. So why not make it 3 in a row? Plus, they're used to Jerry World. They're not going to be, Dak, hopefully, not going to be able to get a lot of control of the football. Maybe Zeke slipping. Some of those playmakers, CeeDee Lamb slipping. All these guys, not cold weather players. Maybe that will play into our favor here. But getting ready, this is a massive, massive matchup. I think, again, man, let's continue to go with play rec. I want our team to be smart. I want everyone that I'm not controlling to be in the right spot. So getting that +5 will certainly help us out. And then if we achieve our goal, I'm assuming we'll get another 5 staff points, which we're going to be able to, that's going to be a hell of a spending spree here. 85 staff points and counting. Weekly strategy. So how are we going to stop them? Looking at them, their ranks, top 10 offense, top 10 total yards, 13th in pass yards. So they're pretty well balanced. And I think, like, knowing this game, I'm not too worried about Zeke. Our run defense has been on point. So I'm thinking, again, maybe we'll take away the medium pass. Not so much the checkdowns for Dak. It's just going to be the easy pass for Dak Prescott, picking on our middle linebackers. That is where we want to try to stop them. How do we want to attack them? Well, they're pretty bad pass defense, to be completely honest. Let's throw it short. Let's get little checkdowns, slants, screens, everything in between, and set up the play action, set up the deep balls to QUEZ Watkins. Now we're gonna have to probably be a little bit more conscientious of the deep balls because of the kind of nuking the difficulty here a little bit. You're not gonna want to challenge 50-50 balls or 50-50 balls on the all C4 sliders. You can go 50-50 balls. 50-50 balls on all Madden default, playing with fire. And you almost got to expect to get burned, man, because they just make ridiculous catches. We have a couple players that are getting upgrades. A lot of them. They're feeling good, man. This is what happens. You get winnings. You get to winning big-time games, and players are like, you know what? I think I'm ready to take my game to the next level. So we have Devin Bush, our leading tackler, has gone out. We have Jordan Mailata. Need him back soon. If we win, he might be back it looks like he'll be back for the Super Bowl. So that's going to be huge for us. Franchise left tackle. We have Damian Hughes, who looks like the next superstar middle linebacker. Looks like our own version of Micah Parsons back there. We got him going up. We got QUEZ Watkins. Caught the big-time play for us. Let's continue just to funnel into deep threat and make him one of the best pure deep threats in the NFL. I didn't really get anything there that helps out the deep ability outside of the deep route running, but is what it is. And I think there's an advantage because we keep playing these snow games. It keeps, nuking our speed. So, a 93 speed, even though he's usually 97, still way faster than the guys he's going up against because everyone's getting hit with that speed nerf. Amos caught that big pick against Tom Brady. Let's continue to pump him into a scheme fit zone upgrade. That's actually a big one there. We'll take that. And we kind of finish this up. I think we have something down here returning from injury. I don't know if it's a risk. You don't want to rush him back in, but we need him to freaking play. So there we go. We got Josh Sweat filling in for the injured Brandon Graham, who was filling in for the injured Josh Sweat. Let me just, now that we're here, I'm gonna double check. This keeps resetting, and it's very frustrating. Derek Barnett. We're gonna have Josh Sweat. So our depth chart, all it was Josh Sweat kind of messing things up. Now that he's back, our depth chart kind of saves, which is fine. So now we're here. It's time. It's do or die. 11-6 Eagles. 11-6 Cowboys. Bump the difficulty as hard as we can make it. Let's go win, man. Let's get in the Super Bowl. Let's not have this season, the greatest ending, coming up, the greatest ending in channel history, end to the freaking Dallas Cowboys. For the jerseys, I know it's a snow game, so I'm giving Dallas their dark blues, and I'm giving us the retro 80s because that's the green that pops the most. Helps us see our wide receivers, so we're not throwing dumb picks. It's got to happen, but let's try our best to, from a visual standpoint, eliminate any of those issues.
Alright, let's get this shit. This that Philly devil, pulling up and I don't need a rental. Quick pitch to the outside, it's a house call C4 special. Take a check and we run it up. Got QUEZ heading up the sideline when it's do or die. We run it up, ain't trying to flex, but it's high time that the eagle fly. Face of my city, for Philly, we reppin'. It's all about green when we steppin'. I made up my mind at the day that I die, but they really gon' call me a legend. You know that it's now, the time is upon us. The chip on my shoulder is halfway to heaven. They X'ing us out for years, but tell them all hell. I turn the X to a weapon. This that free bird life, this that fly, eagle fly. We might tear down and build it back just to show us by design. Hey, this that free bird life, we ain't go without a fight. So go tell Dallas, Washington, NY, better watch they back, cause I'm that Philly devil, pulling up and I don't need a rental. Quick pitch to the outside, it's a house call C4 special. Take a check and we run it up. Got QUEZ heading up the sideline when it's do or die, we run it.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Josh Sweat. Jersey combos look pretty good. Oh, Madden diving. Interception from big play, first play of the game. Let's go. That's not Randall Cunningham coming out here. That's a new number 12. Gunslinger. From parts unknown, BYU, Utah. Oh. I feel like at this, our team, we're winning. We're winning on any difficulty at this point. And this is obviously the 16 seconds into the game, but hell of a start. That's what they want. Coach, he doesn't call slants all the time, but when they do, we got to take it. No picks. Eat a sack if you have to. Look for Y. If Y's not open and you can't find QUEZ, throw it away. Go, baby. That's how you start a game. Diving pick by Darius Slay. Slant touchdown to Devontae Smith. It's the identity of this team, all in the first minute and a half of the NFC Championship game. At home against Dallas. Hashtag beat Dallas. Let's see what kind of win we're dealing with. 17! It's even worse than before. This is the worst win we've dealt with this time. Okay. That's another injury for Dallas. I lost the Canadian Neville Gallimore on that drive and Rennie Gregory on the extra point. Okay. Dallas is pinned up here. I don't know what happened on that opening kick, but I'm happy it did. Let's get that safety. We've already got one safety in this playoff run. That's a failure. That's another failure. Hey, oh, Josh Sweat. Welcome back to the starting lineup. Sack fumble on Dak. Luckily for Dallas, they were able to recover it. And the last time they had a play like this, third and forever, they were on their 1 and they got 22. We cannot let them convert. Multiple, they go short to Zeke. That was way too close for comfort. I think we still... They might go for it. Let's double check this again with the conditions. Could be a sneak, could be a trick play. Let's be aware of that. But I think we did a job. Got off the field, which we did. Let's try to throw here. Oh. Like pretty much any time you see there might not be a safety there. You want QUEZ to go deep. Be our last option. I'm not going to say anything because we got a diving pick from Darius Slay, but I just hate those kind of plays. What happened with 6? That's what I want to know. What was that? Right there. What was that? My guy was running, he was open, and then he did something. He did a little something. He threw a little something extra on. A little sizzle on the play. And that's the best wide receiver in the NFL. I want to begin tail the tape because look, at this point, he's covered. And at this point, you're like, oh shit, he got separation. Let's throw it to him. And then look, what is this pulling up? Your route is just to keep going. Keep following on the 34, 33 yard line. And then what is this? I'm just going to slow it. If he just keeps going, I want him to get the ball right there. Right on that 30 pretty much. And he's just nah, I'm just going to do this and then... Fucking, my God, man. How does, adjusting 10, 15 points make that happen on sliders? That's stupid. Wasn't it an option route? You keep going! All right, not going to be an easier touchdown all game. Hopefully they're having trouble with their kicker. But Zeke just runs that one in untouched. I got time for those extra points. Let's go, Kenny G. Let's go, Kenny G! Okay, now it's 3rd and 5. Kind of have to throw the ball. Hopefully my wide receivers don't just, like, throw an audible. Oh, okay. You got Goddard. That's where you kind of want to go. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. Guy, I gotta get him go up depth trade. It is my mission in this series to get QUEZ Watkins up to an X Factor. I want him to be the second coming of Tyreek Hill. God damn it. God damn it. Go. They almost limits that, but they're just carving us up. Couldn't get any pressure. There's CeeDee Lamb, man. He's good. That's what happens. You can't get pressure. You gotta check this. Booth, I think he got both feet. You can see in the snow. Didn't like it. Can I go back in time and just play with the fun sliders? That'd be cool. 1st and goal. I just hate games where it's like, all right, you gotta score. If you don't get a touchdown, like, no punting. Don't punt. You punt, you're gonna lose. There's Zeke getting in for another touchdown. Well blocked up front. No penetration from the Eagles. All right, this is the QUEZ play. Works 97% of the time. QUEZ Watkins is open. There we go. He's open. Sack there from, I don't know who that is. Jacoby Myers. We'll go with that. All right, sack from their depth pass rusher, Bradley and I think he's probably in the high 60s overall. 3rd and 30. Just tie this one up. Let's go. All right, wrist tackle. Jesus. All right, check down to Zeke. Very close to getting a touchdown. Good tackle, Derek Barnett, I guess, giving us a chance. He's wide open. Yawn. Congrats. Wide open. Just a little sleepy after that drive. All right, let's try to do something on offense here. Shit. I'll accept that from Micah Parsons, not the 2 other guys that got sacks in the last drive. What are these called? We got to stick with what Coach wants. These are pretty bad play calls, Coach. If I'm being honest with you, Coach. Not what we're looking for. Knowing that we're going to have to score a touchdown every drive. Triple slant. There we go. That's more my wheelhouse on 3rd and fucking 20. Oh. Okay, let's have KG pass pro. That might set itself up again. Of course. Hey, it's Micah Parsons. Ain't mad at that. Ain't mad at that. All right, halftime adjustments. At this rate, let's keep throwing it deep is what's working, and we need to stop the, I'd say, medium pass from the Dallas Cowboys. All right, we got 3rd and 1. We got Kenny G in. Need to get this first down. Let's get to Dallas territory. Open the rest of our playbook up. Gets blocked up pretty damn well. Let's go. Dallas Goedert with the pancake block on Donovan Wilson down deep. I like this play action. I like the play action. If it was anyone else than Devontae, I would have just kept running. That's like a, you know, that's a favorable Devontae Smith play. We'll go right to this tight end. 5 yards. It's audible to a run here. Want to see how stacked this box was going to be. Hey, and we tie it up. Let's go. That looked like our defense trying to stop Zeke right there. But Miles Sanders is in. Extra point, which we got to watch all these now. You never know if the wind shifts. That looks fairly like the wind's right down the middle. So it really looks like the only thing that's going to affect is kicking in this direction, long field goals. We tied up at 28. All right, big pass. CeeDee Lamb start their drive. Brought the blitz. Little bit of spice. And that is the rookie Davian Hughes getting home. Big time sack. 3rd and a mile. Get off the field. I'll say if any time we have him 3rd and 12 plus, we have got to be getting off the field. That goes without saying, but given the state of this game, let's make sure, just make your tackles, which we do. They go to the safe play. And there we go. Touchdown and a pretty much, well, not 3 and out, but 5 and out for the defense. Great job. Sure, 4 verts. Why not? More so, I just want to keep looking for that on the outside. Gotta watch that. I'm going to tell you right now, if that safety does not drop back to help that corner, I might even just 50-50 blow out the QUEZ. You know, that's almost asking for a pick. That safety comes up. Oh, we had him! Oh, man, if that was my Lotta. We had QUEZ. Again, we had him. Micah Parsons. Again, that's not all bad and cheese. That's a really good football player going up against a backup tackle. That is a hell of a play from Micah Parsons. He saved a touchdown. So the 2 things you're definitely feeling from, like, going to default sliders is, I would say, the QB accuracy for, like, Dak. A little too high, and the run blocking's impossible. Like, Fletcher Cox is getting stonewalled by, you know, dudes I've never even heard of on their offensive line. It's not like Zach Martin, right? With Zach Martin, deal. Like, the center is pancaking Fletcher Cox. Oh, was that a slip? And then just horrific tackle angles. Wake me up when it's year 3. Stupid, man. Stupid. Okay, trying to stick with the run formula. I think they've figured it out. They just got another chance to go deep to QUEZ, potentially. I don't know. It's working. Talk about having the worst day of your life at corner. Whoever is trying to cover, like, put Trayvon Diggs on him, for God's sake. Look at this. Every time, wide open. What is that guy doing? Today, QUEZ becomes a legend. Let's make our kicks. We got 3rd and 3, fringe field goal range. Now that they are, I'm pretty sure they're kicking into the 17 win right now. So they might have to punt if we can get a stop. And we can't sit through the traffic, can't get off our blocks. Zeke, another first down. Feels like a touchdown at this point. I mean, that's a good matchup for them. Whatever's working for us with QUEZ, I think if I'm Dallas, I'm taking CeeDee Lamb on Steven Nelson all day long. And Derek Burnett, torn labrum, the injury that happens to 99% of our team right now. Good, great, awesome. All right, easy does it for them. Zeke Elliott, for the most part. I mean, that was like a late tackle, untouched. Third rushing touchdown of the game. Come on, man, our QB, let's go, man. He has 10 touchdowns in 2 playoff games here. Go, Benson. There we go, that's a big run. Slants, okay. Dial up a slants. Oh. Come on. Fuck this! I hit slide. I hit slide. I hit slide. Yeah, my rushing quarterback with like 500 rushing yards on the year. I hit slide. I hit slide. I hit slide. I hit slide. Like, why is it so much harder for me to pass than them? Doesn't like unless we got the QUEZ, like it's pulling teeth trying to complete a pass. They just fucking with their eyes closed complete passes. This is forever known as the QUEZ Watkins game. This is forever known as the QUEZ Watkins game, win or lose. He is a legend. As we get ready to kick this extra point here, I need everyone to remember, I hit slide. I hit slide, man! I just gotta hope and pray somehow, some way. We're not getting this up. I need a Darius Slay diving pick. It's the only way we're getting off the field here. I hit slide, dude. Yep, fucking wide open. Here's what we're doing. I'm telling you this right now. Because I hit slide. I'm gonna do this. See if they can stop it. If we're not. 2-minute warning. 3rd and 5. They stopped. Like, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. Burn a timeout so the clock doesn't roll. We got a chance. Thank you, I hit slide. I hit slide, man. What the? Get away with it. Get away from it. What the fuck? You guys know the Super Bowl's on the line? Also not happy with these Not happy with that play call, to be honest with you. If we can get 6 touchdowns again, that'd be quite the feat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, the one time, man. We need something short. Just keep this drive going. I hit slide. I hit slide. I hit slide. That time it worked. Oh, his stat line's going to be insane. And he should have obviously stayed in bounds. That's the best this game has to offer. I mean, we will not win, but let's go. I mean, he caught it, didn't get it in bounds, but I'll still give him points for catching that. All right, someone else want to make a play? That's not ideal. What are these plays? Slants. It's gonna be our last shot. I hit slide, man. You know what? They might have won. Whatever, dude. Fucking all Madden, 90% completion percentage. Yeah, no one cares. The only people are gonna remember about this is it's the QUEZ Watkins game. It's the QUEZ. Oh, congratulations, 28 of 31. Congrats. Not going back to those sliders ever fucking again. All C4 will be completed next year, so we don't have to deal with this bullshit. This game, as we put a cap on year 2 for the Eagles franchise, Zach Wilson threw 11 passing touchdowns in 2 playoff games. Miles Sanders did a great job, but this is the QUEZ Watkins game. Win or lose. This is where QUEZ Watkins takes his game to the next level. We already had Devontae Smith establish himself as wide receiver 1 in the NFL this year. Got a touchdown today. I'm going to put past all the frustrations from a loss because everybody knows that I hit slide. So, we're just going to roll into the offseason. We're not even going to look at who wins the Super Bowl. This is the QUEZ Watkins game. I can't wait for next year. Merry Christmas. All right, let's close this one out, man. The housekeeping. We'll just do this week, and then whatever to get around to the next episode. Let's see. What am I? Might be Christmas. We do like just a little miscellaneous to get through it because, come on, I don't overly expect everybody to be cooking this on the holidays, even though COVID, at least in Canada, is kind of ruining Christmas yet again. So we have to take the L. Take the heat. Jason Kelce didn't do enough to get the win. I mean, the fact that we had all 3 of our playoff games in terrible conditions, terrible storm, wind conditions. We got Jason Kelce here. Definitely, he doesn't know if he'll be back. Dreams to go on top. To get this close is tough. He's not ready to make that decision yet. We really don't want Jason Kelce to retire. He is I am very, very much on the fence. Right now, it's between Devontae Smith and Jason Kelce. What is the next Eagles jersey I'm going to add to my collection? I think I might just have to go with Jason Kelce because he's such a legend. It's a timeless jersey. Add him right there with the Reggie Whites, the Jerome Browns, the Donovan McNabbs, the Deshaun McCoys, the Deshaun Jackson jerseys. They just don't go out of style. I mean, Deshaun had that off-the-field stuff, so maybe. But you know what I'm saying? Point stance. I think a Kelce jersey would age very well. And to kind of tap it all off, hope he doesn't retire. I don't know when we find out if he does or not. I think that's probably the first week of free agency because we don't have a successor on the team. So we have the Pro Bowl here. Mailata's back from injury, so that's just, it would have been nice to make the Super Bowl. And it's against the Jags. That's certainly something. Let's see. Who do we have that made the Pro Bowl? We probably have a couple guys. Zach Wilson, quarterback 2 in the Pro Bowl. Miles Sanders, running back 2 in the Pro Bowl. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 2 in the Pro Bowl. Dallas Goedert, tight end 1. We have Jason Kelce, center 2. Brandon Brooks, right guard 1. Flipping to the defense, Fletcher Cox, D tackle 2. Javon Hargrave, D tackle 3. Devin Bush, right outside linebacker 2. Sidney Jones still kind of counts as an Eagle, but we got big play Slay at corner 2. And we finish it with, that's not our Amos, that's the other. Jake Elliott made it for the kicker. Siposs at punter. So we pretty much just stuffed the stat sheet there in terms of Pro Bowl nods. So congrats to the Eagles. Let's, you know what? We'll go right to let's finish the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens. So before we can hopefully make sure Dallas lose, they're going to win, right? That's going to be something we have to deal with. Yearly awards. I guess we haven't really looked at the yearly award winners. MVP went to Tom Brady with, maybe we already did look at this. Just in case we did, let's just quickly go through. Zach Wilson, number 4 for Offensive Player of the Year. Didn't make the MVP shortlist, which is a little bit surprising. Defensive Player of the Year went to Romeo Okwara. Fletcher Cox coming in at number 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Owen Hauser, the top quarterback, the guy that we tried to target. I mean, it's also unrealistic they would be able to land him. CJ Benson coming in at number 8 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Medlock was also another one of our misses. We drafted that tackle. I should have just trusted my gut and went with the tight end. But I think anyway, he wouldn't have been doing a whole lot because he would have been behind Dallas Goedert. Brian Rogan, the Brian Rogan Experience, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Damian Hughes coming in at number 4. Amos at number 7. Best QB went to Brady. Zach Wilson at 3. Best running back went to McCaffrey with Miles Sanders at 5. Best wide receiver, easy, is Mr. Devontae Smith. Best offensive lineman, we have Brandon Brooks at 8. Kelsey at 9. Defensive line went to Vita Vea. Fletcher Cox, runner-up there for that award. Linebacker went to Okwara. DB went to Sidney Jones with Darius Slay coming in at number 2. And kicker, easily, much like in real life, is Jake Elliott. So before I figured let's get some good news with the bad news. Let's sim it, see who wins the Super Bowl, and then we can look at our team and see if we have any players that went up or lost, because that's actually enabled here, a dev trade. All right. Oh, the Jags did it! Let's go. Thank you. Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville. Their first Super Bowl, beating Dallas 31-28. Thank you. I don't know if I could deal with the pressure of losing to Dallas in the NFC Championship game and then having them go on and win the Super Bowl. That would just not be the vibe that I'm looking for. Before we even upgrade the players, let's take a look here, see if we have any dev traits. So on the offensive side of the ball, for our Philadelphia Eagles, Zach Wilson, superstar. Let's go. That's a brand new dev trait. Yes, sir. Zach Wilson, superstar. Devontae Smith, superstar. Let's go. He's up to it. I mean, off the confidence boost, those stuff pretty much, once you start the next season, it's gone. But wide receiver of the year, superstar dev trait, thing of beauty. Still, I mean, hey, we can't take it away. It was the QUEZ game. I slid. Everyone knows I slid. But QUEZ, that's our next goal. Start getting QUEZ a dev trait. Goddard he was already, got him up to a superstar. Don't know how he got that, but I will absolutely take superstar X Factor for Dallas Goedert. None of our offensive linemen, I don't think, did Brandon Brooks, was he superstar and he regressed? He did. So he lost the dev trait there on Brandon Brooks. Did we lose it on Kelsey? I feel like he was star as well. Yes. I'm going to say that those are unnecessary regressions. Like, why? They got older, I guess? Defensively, Fletcher Cox lost his dev trait. Darius Slay, if Darius Slay, I'll tell you this right now to your face. If Darius Slay, coming off 8 interceptions, lost his dev trait, I'm turning it off, and I will literally go through every single player that lost the dev trait, and I'm putting it back up. Because, again, just not working. I already knew it wasn't working. Knew it was only a matter of time till it bit me in the ass. And 8 interception, Darius Slay lost. What? 2 dev? He went up to X Factor, and he got dinged twice. I'm giving him X Factor. Turning it off. 100% stress you guys, turn off dev trait regression. It is broken. Are you kidding me? How? I thought it might have got better. It's still copy and paste broken piece of shit that we had in Madden 21. All right, awesome. Now I got that's an hour. There is an hour of me going through and fixing that, but 100%, everybody in your franchise modes, I cannot stress this enough. Go on down to this little thing and turn on dev trait regression off. Just do it. First-hand experience. There's a tutorial about whether you should run that or not in your franchise modes. Garbage. Absolutely. Come on, man. I want to just be calm, find my Q zone, and just think about the hell of a game QUEZ Watkins had and Dallas losing the Super Bowl. And now it's just frustration again. how do we keep getting to this spot? But at least we won't be burned again. Dev trait regression's almost always been off. I try to do something a little bit different. Now we know for a fact it is off, and I paid the price by having to go and touch up it. Because I've been doing that, man. Behind the scenes, I'm watching. Like, I've been, for example, like, I don't want this to drag on. But, like, let's just look at the big picture. Amari Rodgers, right? 1,520. Like, every couple, 4 or 5 weeks, I'd be boosting the players around the league that are kind of breaking. Like, Sidney Jones got a big boost. And Amari Rodgers, because Amari Rodgers is like 73 with 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns. That wouldn't happen in real life. You'd get roster updated, he'd be like in the 80s. So, like, I've been constantly tinkering and only buffing, no regressing, no taking away players in this franchise so that, you know, we have, you know, competitive. It adds to the competitiveness, having guys that are dominating actually going up ratings. So, you know, the same thing's gonna have to go. I think transactions, does that have something to do with dev traits? Player change? No. Damn it. So I'm literally have to go team by team here, and I will do it. I will make sure everyone that lost to dev gets it back, and everyone that gained a dev and lost to dev, like Darius Slay, gets the dev trait they're rightfully on. So that will be quite some fun, but we will be back, recap all that, get into the offseason, get into the draft, and gear up for year number 3. The QUEZ Watkins game, I'll never forget it. I hope you don't. That's a nice little follow-up. It would have been nice to get the victory, but going from the best finish ever against the Bucks in the divisional round to 300 some freaking yards for QUEZ Watkins. Like, is that a record? Did we just break a record? Like, he's adding, like, do they count playoffs for NFL records? I feel like they don't. But let's see, receiving yards in a game. They do! So close. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching the Eagles franchise. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. We'll hit 1,000 likes on today's video. I have a very special video dropping for you guys tomorrow. You aren't going to want to miss it. It might rhyme with Dink Bips. So I'll see you guys then. Till then, C4, peace out.